welcome to day 6 of Advent. Today we're doing a little paper craft. Yet another project that I learned how to make when I was a kid. This time, if I remember correctly, it was in like one of those home magazines, Ladies' Home Journal, Good Housekeeping, something like that my grandmother had at her house, Christmas ideas. And I dug it and I made a bajillion of them and hung them in her front window. So I did a practice one earlier today because it's been years since I made one of these things. And it was just like getting on a bike. I remembered it exactly as I thought. They're super fun. Let me know if you remember these when you were a kid. I know you used to be able to buy them and hang them from your ceilings out of tissue paper. But this one uses wrapping paper. You can use tissue paper, and tissue paper is easier to cut. But wrapping paper, especially, I really like this metallic wrapping paper because it sparkles. Also, if you use wrapping paper, they're one-sided. So if you can find some two-sided wrapping paper, I'd get that. Although I can tell you right now, I'm looking at it right above this ring light that this camera is on, and it just floats around. And because wrapping paper is semi-transparent, you see the design through on both sides. So it really, the white and silver paper that I've got works great. So what I'm going to do is turn you around and show you the finished product, and then I'm going to show you how to make one of your own. Hey, this is Future Tina working on your video, and I discovered that one of the clips disappeared. So I'm going to fill in here a little bit to make this coherent. What you need for your snowflake is a piece of paper that is twice as long as it is tall. So for example, the piece of paper I'm about to use in the video for you is 4 by 8, 4 inches tall by 8 inches wide. And you fan fold across the what do they call that? I think they call that the hamburger way, actually, from when I was a teacher. But you're folding the 4-inch width down 8 inches or up 8 inches. So folding back and forth across 8 inches until you have a fan that is folded into 4 inches tall and then folded into an accordion. I like the way the Christmas paper turns out versus tissue paper. When I first started making these when I found this at my grandmother's house, I made a ton of them. I filled her window with them. All right, so I have the fan fold right here. Now what I'm going to do is fold this in half and find the halfway mark, because I'm going to put a notch on either side of this. And this is probably the difficult part if you've got a kid doing this. So I'm going to cut a V on the one side of my fan fold, and then I'm going to cut a V on the other side, not severing it through. This is where my my thread's going to go. So there's my V. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is, just like you would a regular snowflake, cut designs out on the folded sides of this. Try to make whatever you do on one side that you repeat that on the other side. So I'm going to do it on this side, I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So a V at the tip, and it looks like I've just made this one shorter. No, it's fine. And then I'm going to cut, I think I'm going to do this one kind of like a Christmas tree. So I'm going to cut like arrow tips all the way down. So there. And it doesn't matter what you do. You can, as long as you do it on both sides, that's fine. If the paper is too thick for your scissors, and nothing that you do, as long as you're cutting in halves, it'll be fine. And then what I can do is, I've done this side, if I fold this around, I've got kind of a template for the other side. So I can choose where I cut my next one. So there. and it's really not do or die. Just about the same is plenty. There, and then one more. Little sliver, and one more sliver. There. So I've done that. I've got this to go. I need to tie my, I have a piece laying here from before. I'm gonna tie my little string around the center with a surgeon's knot. Don't know if you've been introduced to a surgeon's knot before, but a surgeon's knot is like a regular overhand knot, only you wrap the loop, you wrap around twice. So regular knot is put the two pieces together, run the short one through. For a surgeon's knot, you're going to do that twice, cross again, and put your end through once and twice and pull again. And that makes for a stronger knot. All right, I've got my surgeon's knot. It's time for tape. Tape. I'm going to get little teeny pieces of tape, and I open up the fan fold of my little snowflake. Open it up. And then I want to find one end, the end on the various halves. So here's one end, here's the other end. I'm going to put these together, and I could glue this, but tape works just as well. Take a piece of Scotch tape or wrapping paper tape and tie it together, and there we go. I've got my connection. For a bigger one, you may have to put tape in a couple of places, but for these small guys, you don't. Now, little complication. I'm going to trim off the short end of my string. I'm starting to make my scissors a little dull here. There, I'm going to trim that off. And then I'm going to take my hanging thread, and I'm going to use a piece of tape to anchor it down, because I want this hanging thread to go up along my piece of paper right here, and to anchor in where I'm about to join these together. So I just take a piece of tape, anchor it on, lift this up because I'm about to tape it to its neighbor. There. Come on, get up. And I just fold it around the edge. You really don't see the Scotch tape much. There. All right. And then I'm going to take this around to the other half and anchor those two halves together with yet another piece of Scotch tape. Just a little one. There. Again, fold a little piece of Scotch tape around the edge where those are joined, and then pull on, hold up your string, and you have a snowflake, a 3D snowflake. And there is the sparkly side. Experiment. Use paper that you've got laying around. A lot of people have decorative papers, and this is no bigger than you could use regular printer paper for this size. For the bigger sizes, that's when the wrapping paper comes into play, like this one, 10 by 20. You need a bigger piece of paper for that. But they're super fun. They're super cute. You can hang them at different levels, like I hung my bow. From the chandelier last night. I could hang these little 3D snowflakes from my chandelier. These hang great in windows, and I'm going to hang a few of them up. I'm going to make a few more of these, and I'll hang them up in my dining room window so you can see, or I'll hang them from my chandelier, and you can have a look. So I hope you enjoy it. Definitely take some photos and send them to Instagram at BSFO or Black Sheep Fiber Emporium. And if you make some of these, and leave a comment below. I'll go looking for them. Hashtag BSFO, right? Or Advent 2022 also. Anyway, enjoy. And gathers all his friends when Sinai is missing. Wraps the final gift. You know it's time for Christmas. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. That's it for me today. Make them big ones, small ones, little ones. The key is the size of the paper that you cut out. Remember, however big you want your finished snowflake to be, make the length of the paper twice as long. That's the key, 1 to 2 ratio. and you'll have snowflakes all over the house, 3D snowflakes all over the house. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so. We do stuff all year long. You're getting Advent, so you're getting a video from me every day. But both Kelly and I upload once to twice a week. There's some gaps in there. I had a few gaps when I was sick this year. But we try to upload on the regular, and I take traveling. I do home fix it because I'm now living in a historic home. Crafts, knitting, crochet, bobbin lace, tatting. Kelly does the same. We both are pretty equal in our skills. Spinning, weaving. And what I don't do, Kelly does, and vice versa. Yeah, so like and subscribe. Ring that bell so that you don't miss any episodes. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.